everybody, I'm Yolanda, aka Creative Mommy of Two, and welcome, or welcome back in case you've been here before. Today I am going to do a WIP and Chat, so grab whatever it is that you are working on, and let's have a ramble, shall we? Today I am trying not to make it too extremely long because I'm terribly cold. Because, yeah, it's kind of a strange weather for the Netherlands because we have snow that lays here from Friday. And it's now currently Monday when I'm filming this. So, yeah, that is really strange for being the Netherlands. And looking at so much cold, my body is feeling cold. But yeah, I am going to do, as per usual, the little Dutch movie stuff, or at least my diamonds and movie stuff first. This week I am yet again doing a little bit of a Dutch video. I have one or two lining up that might not be about the Netherlands in general, but well, the Netherlands in movie stuff. But yeah, let's see how my brain would like to work along with me when I am doing research, because yeah, I am one of those people that is a little bit wanting to do everything and nothing at the same time, so half of the time I still forget everything. So yeah, as for today, I have just a web page open on my laptop with the information that I'm going to tell you, so I will be reading it out a little bit more than I usually do. But yeah, it was too much of a hassle to type it over and stuff like that, so yeah, I'm just going to read it off the page, and yeah, I hope you still enjoy it. So first, as I said, we are going to do the movies and diamond stuff. In case you would like to hear only about my life ramblings, you would need to fast forward a bit. I don't know how long exactly, because I don't know for how long I'm willing to ramble. And if you're only here for the movies and diamond stuff, well, you're welcome to stay for that and leave right after. So yeah, with that being said, let's start, shall we? So what I have for you today are the top Dutch directors, the film directors. So they should be possibly internationally known, but there were only two that I personally known. So yeah, this is a list of 10 people, 1 female, 9 male. 2 are at the time of this filming deceased. Obviously, I don't know when you will watch this video, so maybe if you're watching this like a few years from now, who knows, then it might be that there are more people that have died by that time, but yeah. And yeah, I have, as I said, a website open, pantheon.world, and yeah, they rank the people on, how it says here, they're sorted by HPI, Historical Popularity Index, and that is a metric that aggregates information on biographies' online popularity. So it's basically like how much the information is looked up, I guess. So yeah, I don't know how popular these people really are, because yeah, as I said, I just know 2. And yeah, I am going to start with the top 3. And we'll see how far we get. And maybe I'll do, if that is all for today, I'm going to do a next one if you would like. And if not, well, I'll try to remember to link the information so you could look it up for yourself. And yeah, I guess let's just start the list. So, first off is one of the people that I have already known, and I do believe I already mentioned him earlier in other videos, because this man is Paul Verhoeven. He is actually pretty known also in the States, because he has some kind of big movies under his name. But yeah, I'm going to read a bit about him. Mostly it will be about his film career. But yeah, I'm just going to read that off. So in case you're looking at the screen, you must not screen. But if you're looking at the screen, you most likely will not see me diamond paint much today. So yeah. So he has a HPI, Historical Popularity Index, of 96.99. So he is the most famous Dutch film director. His biography has been translated into 52 different languages on Wikipedia. Going to grab still a new color, just in case. So it says here, Paul Verhoeven is a Dutch filmmaker. He was born on the 18th of July of 1938. His blending of graphic violence and sexual content with social satire is a trademark of both his drama and science fiction films. After receiving attention for the TV series Floris in his native Netherlands, Verhoeven got his film breakthrough with romantic drama Turkish Delight from 1973, starring frequent collaborator Rutger Hauer. The film was nominated for Academy Award for Best Foreign Film and later received the award for Best Dutch Film of the Century at the Netherlands Film Festival. Verhoeven later directed successful Dutch films, including period drama Keetje Tippel in 1975, the war film Soldier of Orange 1977, which I have mentioned in earlier videos, the teen drama Spetters of 1980, and the psychological thriller, words. Sometimes I read them and I can't get them out of my mouth. The Fourth Man from 1983. In 1985, Verhoeven made his first Hollywood film, Flesh and Blood, and later had a successful career in the United States, directing science fiction films such as RoboCop, Total Recall, Starship Troopers, and Hollow Man, as well as erotic thriller Basic Instinct. He later returned to Europe, making Dutch war film Black Book, also mentioned before, in Dutch is called Zwart Boek, French psychological thriller Elle, and the religious drama Benedetta. I guess that's how you pronounce it. All receiving positive reviews. Black Book and Elle were both nominated for the BAFTA Awards for Best Film Not in English Language, and Elle won a Golden Globe Award for Best Foreign Language Film and Caesar Award for Best Film. Black Book was also voted by the Dutch public in 2008 as the best Dutch film ever made. In contrast, he won the Golden Raspberry Award for Worst Picture and Worst Director for Showgirls, 1995. He is one of the few people to have accepted their Golden Raspberry in person, and was the first person to go to the ceremony to receive it. Showgirls was a notorious box office flop at its initial theatrical release, but later also enjoyed huge success in home video market and became a cult classic. Verhoeven's films altogether received a total of 9 Academy Award nominations, mainly for editing and effects. So yeah, that was long, long information about him. Because, yeah. So that was the guy that I basically know myself. Because, yeah, he has done a lot of Dutch movies. And, yeah, I have already seen a black book. And from some of the others I did hear, but yeah, that's about it. Even though the one mentioned where he started his career with Flores, I do believe I have seen that one, but that was like 25 years ago. Because yeah, that was, I believe, a thing that my parents watched when they were little, or at least littler. So yeah, I have seen that, I believe, or at least a remake of it. That could also be possible. But yeah, I also do think that it's fun that he also got in person, got to the ceremony for the raspberry. What was it? Golden raspberry? What was it? Yeah, golden raspberry. Because, yeah, let's be really honest. I think that every, or at least a lot of movie makers will have at least some projects that they are not very proud of, or that have not performed as well as thought. But at least he, yeah, showed up for it. Because, yeah, that's also, I think that's also a good thing to acknowledge when things are not going as planned and something is reviewed pretty critical. So, yeah. So that's the thing I think is good of him. But yeah, so I don't know much actually about like directors and directing in general. So it's not a thing that I have like a huge knowledge about. So yeah, I can't ramble on for this about too long, because yeah, I'm just going to fall in repeat of myself. Well, I am going to check a little bit if I am recording, because yeah. And I am. Also, I, by the way, haven't mentioned which kit I am working on. If you've been here before, you already know this. If you never seen one of my WIP and Chat videos, well, first of all, welcome. I hope you like it. If you like rambling, I guess you might like it. But yeah, I am, as you by now see, I am almost at the end of The Beast from Mandy Manzano by the company Diamond Art Club. So, in case you've been here before and you have seen this one many times before, this will most likely be the last time you'd see this one in a WIP and Chat. Because yeah, I am still needing to do like a few centimeters, which you can see down here. And I am planning to finish that today or otherwise tomorrow. So yeah, I am almost done. Finally, it has been my WIP and Chat project, among other things, but one of the main focuses for like the past, more than the past year. So yeah, it's good enough for now. So yeah, let me know down in the comment section what do you like me to work on for next week. Would you like to see me kit up another project, or would you rather see me do a ledge hook or do the paper craft again? So let me know. And if I have enough votes, I'm going to do that, I guess. As long as my son wants to cooperate and sleep. So, yeah. But yeah, back to what I was talking about for the movies and diamonds. So, the directors, I have two, but yeah, they both together have as much of information about them than... Oh, I almost dropped my pen off the table. As I was trying to say, both of these men together have about as much information on them on this website than Paul Verhoeven had, well, on basically just himself. So they will be a little bit less long of information. So yeah, I guess I'm already at almost 15 minutes. So yeah, that will still be long enough. So The second person on this list I have here is Joris Ivens. Evans. I have actually no clue. He is by now deceased. He lived from 1898 till 1989. And I am going to read the information again. He has the HPI historical something or other. What was it again? Historical Popularity Index, that was it, of 62.01, and he is with that the second most famous Dutch film director. His biography has been translated into 34 different languages. His full name was George Henry Anton Joris Evans. Joris being within like the emphasize, whatever, these thingies. So yeah, he had a pretty long name, but yeah, he was a Dutch documentary filmmaker. Among notable films he directed or co-directed are A Tale of the Wind, The Spanish Earth, Rain, A Valparaiso. First, read it before I talk, because A Valparaiso or something like that. Misero Boringa or something. No clue exactly, because yeah, my pronunciation of place names, especially in French, are horrible. So yeah, excuse me for my French. The 16th parallel, Vietnam in war. The Seine meets Paris, Far from Vietnam, Pour le Mistral, and How Yukon Moved the Mountains. And that's basically all the information it has about him. So yeah, I can't tell you much more because yeah, my research skills today were not the best. Because, yeah, as I said, my brain wanted to do everything and nothing at the same time. So, yeah, that's basically a me issue. I know, not a you issue, but still. I actually wanted to look up more, but was busy with other things in the meantime. Because, yeah, I had my son running around when, yeah, I was researching. So I, got distracted. For in case you don't know, I have 2 kids, as my channel name suggests. I have a daughter who is 4. She's at school at the moment. And I also have a son of 2. And he is currently napping. So hopefully he naps long enough so I can film this. But yeah, moving along with the third person on the list. You might recognize the surname, because it's quite a famous surname, even though non-native Dutch speakers, or at least non-Dutch speakers, pronounce the name oftenly very wrong, because many people would say Theo van Gogh, but as in the same last name as the Dutch painter, but you don't say Van Gogh, it is Van Gogh. Sound you need to have a little bit more. But yeah, it's a hard pronunciation, so I'll excuse the people that say Van Gogh. Sounds even more posh instead of sounding like you almost choke. But yeah, he is also the second person that is already deceased, and I will get into that in a little bit because that is in his information. So going to place these few drills and then I am going to start reading, because I cannot read and diamond paint at the same time. Sadly, that's a skill that I don't have. I would love to have that skill, because that would save me a lot of issues with these WIP and Chats. But yeah, so I need to read for a bit. So his historical something or other, I still again forget what it was. Historical popularity index. I was already thinking like I know it, but I can't remember. But brain. So yeah, he is the third most famous Dutch film director. His biography has been translated into 47 different languages. So yeah, he has quite a bit of a translation. So, Theodor van Gogh, so hence his calling name, Theo. He is born on the 23rd of July of 1957 and died the 2nd of November of 2004. He was a Dutch film director. He directed Submission Part 1, a short film written by Somali writer and politician Ayaan Hirsi Ali, which criticized the treatment of women in the Islam in strong terms. On November 2nd of 2004, he was murdered by Mohamed Bouyari, a Dutch-Moroccan Islamist who objected to the film's message. The last film Van Gogh had completed before his murder, 06-05, was a fictional exploration of the assassination of Dutch politician Pim Fortuyn in 2002. It was released posthumously. Posthumously, it says here, but let's translate it to the better translation in my case because I can get that word of my mouth after his death in December of 2004, a month after Van Gogh's death and 2 years after Fortuyn's death. So, yeah, hence the reason why he is already dead. He got murdered. But yeah, I am looking here and it says that because his looks on the Islam and foreign politics, I think it is the correct translation. He was counted to the right populistic politics. He was openly gay and he was quite a colorful person. And he was known for, well, what's the best translation for that word? Again, Google is your best friend, or in my case, Ecosia. Words all the way around. Opmerkelijk. Remarkable. That was the word. I was thinking like I know the word, but yeah. Again, as I said multiple times today, my brain is not wanting to cooperate. But yeah, so his remarkable sayings and uncontroversial ways of debating. Partly also because of the themes that he had in the politics. So, yeah. But he was killed, murdered to be exactly, on the 6th of May 2002 by Volkert van der Graaf on the Media Park, 9 days before the elections. And he was the first political murder in peacetime in the Netherlands since ages. So, yeah. So that was basically the person of which Theo van Gogh made a movie. So, yeah, that's why I wanted to look up the information, because it was somewhat relevant. And yeah, especially with him being like in these kind of themes of movies, like a little bit of a controversial line, let's say it like that. Yeah, I think that somewhat fitted. But yeah, I do know that it is a couple of years ago, and yeah. Let's see, it's, well, give or take 12 years ago, a little bit more, that Van Gogh was murdered, so that will be about 14 years that, no, not 14, a little bit more than that, for less long than Fortuyn has been murdered. And if I'm not mistaken, I was still in, like, what's the word, elementary school? Primary school? The ones where you send the kids when they're 4 and they go to and they go to till they are about 12. Which is here called basisschool, which is translating to basic school. So, basically learning the basics. That's also where my daughter is going at the moment. But she is at the part that is called kleuterschool, which is a part of the basic school, which is the toddler, I guess. Yeah, toddler school. So, yeah, it's more like playing but learning at the same time. Not as much focused on learning as which you would have in a couple of years' time. So, yeah, I guess that was everything I can ramble on about for these 3 people, because yeah, especially for the last 2, I have not much information about them. As I said, my researching is awful at the moment. So yeah, please forgive me for this unprepared video. If you liked it, I hope you know what to do. In case you don't want to stick around for the, well, life update kind of stuff. So if you do want to stick around for that, well, please do continue watching. If you don't, well, I hope to see you in the next video. Bye bye. And yeah, if you're still here, thank you. So let's go on to the live updates. In case you hear something like making strange noises in the background, I have my dishwasher on and yeah, it's bubbling. Sorry, my son is screaming his little head off. Hold on. Okay, I am back. I don't know for how long exactly. He looks like he's debating whether or not to sleep more, but yeah, I have a feeling that he isn't feeling too well and that he is starting to get either the flu or the cold. So yeah, can be that I do need to continue this video later on today or tomorrow, but we will see how far we get. So yeah, first of all, again, like, how are you doing? My week was kind of strange, actually, to be exactly. Today, as you might have guessed by what I just said, our son is a little bit off and kind of fuzzy, and yeah, he's not completely in a fun mood. So, yay. But yeah, daughter at least was happy and out of bed and doing everything right this morning, so hopefully she will be happy when she's out of school. Do need to look around often because yeah, I have my baby monitor on my son on the dresser behind me, and yeah, so I do need to check every once in a while because I don't want him screaming his little head off, but I muted the volume, so yeah, because it would not be fun if you would hear him yelling constantly. So, but it does look like he turned around and is starting to sleep again, so let's hope so. Yeah, our daughter last week had a bit of a strange week. She had some really good days, which I'm really happy about, but she also had some like mood swings days, because yeah, if you've been here before, my daughter, who is 4, is currently like open for debate if she has something like ADHD or autism or something like that. We actually have a talk tomorrow, like a sort of like intake conversation with a specialist or something to have her diagnosed for it, because also the school, at least at the beginning of the year, they didn't know what to do with it, with her. Because yeah, she has her moods, and at times she is refusing to listen, and it looks a little bit at times that like when you tell her to do things or something, like it doesn't register with her. And yeah, sometimes those things like, yeah, how to say it, it's like it's giving a little bit of a short circuit, because yeah, she can start to act out then. But yeah, so for instance, like some simple things can, yeah, as I like to call her, set her off. Because for example, last week she was really happy with coming out of school. I had her by the hand. She was acting a little bit crazy, as she's a 4-year-old, so that's not strange at all. But she was happy, and we just left the school. We were at the roundabout. She was like, "Oh, mommy, I love you, and you're the best," and stuff like that, which was really cute. I always like it when she says stuff like that. And obviously I say that I love her too, as long as she behaves. Which I do. I do love her. At times she can also drive me completely bonkers, but like, let's be honest, which kid doesn't? But yeah, that's here nor there. But yeah, so we were just about done with the roundabout, and she almost fell and scraped her knee a little bit, which I saw when we were back home. And she was starting to a little bit of a fuss, and she kept falling farther and farther behind. She didn't want to come along, and at the point where we were at the door, because my son was still nicely walking along with me, she was almost yelling at me that she didn't like me and she didn't want to come inside, and she tried to start kicking me. And yeah, so it was like, yeah, well, tough luck, Chuck, you're still coming inside. But you can go into the garden if you like, because yeah, I'm not going to leave her on the street here, because yeah, not every car drives the 30 kilometers an hour speed limit that is here. Some people drive absolutely insane, and I know her, she will be strange. So yeah, it's like, you know what, you don't need to come inside, but you need to walk through the house so you can go into the garden. And it was like putting her at the back door. I was like, have fun, good luck, and yeah, do whatever you want to do, but outside. So basically letting her cool off. She still had her shoes and jacket on and stuff, so yeah, she was okay temperature wise. But after a few minutes she was cooled down and wanted to come back inside. But the rest of the day she still was a little bit whiny and basically annoying. While other days she has been the sweetest kid that you can have. But yeah, as long as we can keep her in somewhat like a regular schedule, she's fine. But like Friday, it started snowing in the morning, so walked her to school in the afternoon. No, Thursday it started snowing. There was some snow when we went to walk her to school, because my husband opened the blinds and was like, "Oh, did not expect that." I was like, "Did not expect what?" I was like, "It's snowing." I was like, "Wait, what?" So yeah, it snowed. So yeah, that got her all excited. And then Friday afternoon, it also started to snow again. So yeah, basically in school, by the time she was at school, the snow started melting on Thursday. But Friday afternoon, when she was back home, well, when she was at home, because on Friday she doesn't go to school, it started snowing again, and it snowed pretty much, because yeah, it was already snowing in the morning, and it kept snowing and kept snowing. My husband even got home an hour earlier because his commander was like, well, it will be most likely being snowing a lot worse, so I'm going to send you home so everybody can get home safely. An hour isn't too bad, so yeah. So he got home a little bit early, which is always nice. But yeah, so she was out of her system, and we felt that for the rest of the weekend, but oh well. But yeah, son didn't want to go to sleep, so on Friday went for a walk, went to the Brunsumer Heide, which is a like foresty, and I don't know what the word is, but at least like a nature place here close by. And we built some snowmen and stuff like that. Which I need to say, it was like perfect snow for either making snowballs or snowmen. So yeah, we did that. When you roll the ball, it was literally like you could see the grass come up from underneath because everything picked up at once. So that was really good snow. But yeah, so we did that. Walked back home, had some hot chocolate. Because yeah, it's nice when you are completely frozen to have something warm in your system. So we did that, had some fun, and yeah, basically did not much else for the rest of the weekend. Had still a little bit of snowfall on Sunday, and we're like, you know what, we're just going to take them in the garden, have a little bit of a snowball fight. Not really like throwing snowballs, but like gently throw them to them. They liked it, so that was good. And yeah, that was basically the weekend. Didn't do much at all. But yeah, if you've been there last week, you would have known, maybe, hopefully, at least heard that we would have a conversation with the what was known, social emotional worker or something, that was her title, on Friday. But we're like, well, with my husband being sent home earlier because it should be even worse with the snow, and yeah, we live here on a hill in like the middle of a suburb, so it's not really like they plow the snow or throw salt on the floor, on the roads here, because yeah, it's not traveled enough. So we're basically to her like, you know what, with all the snow that is falling, please stay home, because we really don't want to have you have an accident because you want to reach us. We can always reschedule, because it's not that it needs to happen like today. So yeah, we postponed it. We now have her come over after school from her daughter on Thursday. So we do that. Tomorrow, as I said, also on Tuesday, we have the conversation with the, yeah, what is it? Not really counseling, but the, let's call it company for now. The organization, that's a better word, I think, for like the diagnostics for her. So yeah, we'll see about that, and if that's all good and they think that they can help her with the diagnosis, then we get information that we need to fill out, and the school needs to fill out, and that needs to come back, and I see that I forgot a few drills. But yeah, then we are on the waiting list for like the actual diagnosis. So that would be like in about, most likely, I guess, with like the time of now, a week or 9-10, I guess, because the waiting list is about 6 to 8 weeks. And yeah, we still need to have that information filled out and stuff. So I guess it will be about week 10. So say 2 to 3 months. which will also be around the same time that I expect my surgery will be. So yeah, that will be interesting, but we'll see how everything turns out. But yeah, so that's coming up. Friday also, the cats need to go to the vet. Luna will have her second shot for her steroids for her legs. Lucia will have some dental work done. So yeah, my stress levels are going up, and at the moment I feel that like my stomach is hurting again. Yeah, well, my umbilical hernia. So I'm guessing, I was thinking first that it is like a hormonal imbalance influenced pain, but at the moment I'm like, I wouldn't be surprised if it is also to do with my stress levels, because yeah, I'm stressing out a little bit at the moment. So yeah, for the rest, I seriously keep forgetting like everything. I do need to write everything down. Some weeks I do and some weeks I don't. So yeah. I've also started to kit up my madness project for this year, but yeah, with me using spare drills, I have like nearly not enough. So I need to go through my different companies, because I started out with trying to see like what kinds of drills I had left from Diamond Art Club projects. What did I have in my stash still with the DMC numbers that I don't have already kitted up, and what I do have, what I do need, but I still am thinking like I'm halfway there. And from some colors I do need a pretty big amount, so yeah. But yeah, I'm thinking that like I most likely will go through the other good companies, drills that I have left over, but I don't have much. So yeah, I do need to figure out everything. I already have my canvases in, so I'm debating on, I think I do a comparison for that soon. And yeah, explain you everything about that and how I plan on doing everything. I am debating on with on it for how I am going to do it. So yeah, it's a whole lot of something. It's like a case of like, I don't want to buy extra drills, but at the same time I do, so I have enough to start. And yes, again, a whole lot of something. So oh well, we'll see how everything gets out. But yeah, I guess my brain is bad enough for me to say I need to end this here, because otherwise I keep on rambling about stuff that you most likely are not much interested in. So yeah, I am going to leave it at this. I am going to clean up this here, the canvas and everything else I used. And yeah, after that I think it's already time for me to go and pick up my daughter from school. So yeah, with that being said, I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, night, whatever applies for when you watch this. And I hope to see you all in a next video. Bye!